The air hung heavy, thick with the smell of rain and distant sea. August in Hong Kong, a city draped in neon and sweat. Lai Chun-wa wiped his brow, the humid air clinging to him like a second skin. He descended into the Prince Edward MTR station, seeking the cool refuge below. Chun-wa, a man on the cusp of 50, found solace in routine. Work, commute, home, repeat. He joined the throngs on the platform, a sea of faces illuminated by the cold fluorescent lights. Tonight, however, a subtle unease pricked at him, a discordant note in the familiar symphony of the city. The train rattled in, a silver snake swallowing the waiting crowd. Chun-wa found his usual spot, a corner seat near the end of the 7th car. He preferred the solitude, a chance to lose himself in thought amidst the chaos of the city. He closed his eyes, letting the rhythmic rumble of the train lull him into a state of semi-slumber. Tap, tap. A soft, metallic sound cut through the white noise of the train. Chun-wa opened his eyes, glancing around the mostly empty car. A woman sat several rows down, her face obscured by a large, wide-brimmed hat. He dismissed the sound, attributing it to the train's constant sway. The tapping persisted, a steady, rhythmic beat that seemed to emanate from the seat beside him. Empty, of course. Chun-wa shifted uncomfortably, his gaze darting around the car. Still just the woman, her face hidden in shadow. A cold trickle of sweat ran down his spine. He tried to ignore it, burying himself in his newspaper. But the sound, faint yet insistent, followed him. Tap, tap. Like fingernails drumming on metal. He couldn't shake the feeling that something was trying to get his attention. Nights blurred. The tapping became a constant companion, always near, always unsettling. Then came the whispers, barely audible at first, like wind chimes rustling in the night. They seemed to weave around the tapping, fragments of words carried on the humid air. One night, as Chun-wa stood on the platform, waiting for the 7th line, he felt a cold breath on his neck. He turned, heart pounding, but found only the bustling crowd, their faces illuminated by the harsh neon glow. He could have sworn he heard a name, whispered on the wind, his name. Section 5. Seeking Answers. The line between reality and illusion began to blur. Sleep offered no escape, haunted by nightmares of shadowy figures and echoing whispers. He confided in a co-worker, a man known for his pragmatic nature. His friend listened patiently, then spoke of the Hungry Ghost Festival, a time when spirits roamed the earth. The festival was months away, but the words struck a chord in Chun-wa's heart. He found himself drawn to a small temple nestled between towering skyscrapers. The air inside was thick with the smell of incense, a stark contrast to the sterile scent of the MTR. He offered a prayer, seeking solace, guidance, understanding. Section 6. The Temple and the Truth. An elderly woman, her face etched with time and wisdom, tended the flickering flames of the temple. Chun-wa, hesitant at first, poured out his story, the fear and confusion spilling from him like water. The woman listened, her dark eyes holding a depth of knowledge that both intrigued and unnerved him. "Sometimes," she said, her voice a low murmur, "the dead have stories to tell, debts to settle. Perhaps you are meant to hear this spirit's tale." She spoke of rituals, offerings, ways to appease the restless dead. Her words, though steeped in tradition, offered a glimmer of hope. Section 7. Confrontation on the seventh line. He returned to the seventh line that night, armed with a small paper bag filled with offerings. The familiar dread coiled in his stomach, but this time it was laced with a strange sense of purpose. He boarded the train, the air crackling with anticipation. The tapping began almost immediately, followed by the whispers, clearer now, insistent. He reached into the bag, his fingers closing around a small, intricately carved wooden comb. As the train rattled through the darkness, he spoke, his voice trembling slightly. "I hear you." Section 8. The Weight of Regret. A cold wind swept through the car, rustling the discarded newspapers. The figure of a young woman shimmered into existence beside him. Her face, though beautiful, was etched with a profound sadness. Her eyes, reflecting the city lights, held a depth of pain that made Chun-wa's heart ache. And then, he knew. He recognized her, not from this life, but from a past he had tried to forget. A forgotten promise. A love left unspoken. He saw the reflection of his younger self in her sorrowful eyes, the weight of his past actions bearing down on him. Section 9. Peace and Remembrance. The woman spoke, her voice a melody of sorrow and longing. She spoke of their past, of dreams unfulfilled, of a love lost too soon. Her words, though tinged with sadness, held no malice, only a yearning for acknowledgement, for remembrance. Chun-wa listened, his heart heavy with regret. He offered her the comb, his hands trembling slightly. As he did, he felt a weight lift from his chest, replaced by a profound sense of peace. The woman smiled, a flicker of light in the darkness, and then, like a wisp of smoke, she was gone. Section 10. Lingering Shadows. The train pulled into Prince Edward Station, the familiar announcement jarring Chun-wa back to the present. He stepped onto the platform, the city's vibrant chaos washing over him. The air felt lighter now, the oppressive humidity replaced by a cool evening breeze. He continued his journey home, the city lights painting the streets in a familiar glow. The encounter had changed him, etched itself onto his soul. He carried the memory of the woman, not with fear, but with a newfound understanding of the lingering power of the past and the importance of honoring the memories of those who have gone before.